Hey everybody, it's Sean.
And Angie.
Jazz is in the truck. We just finished reprovisioning, dumping and flushing the tanks, and we're headed back up Logan Canyon to another dispersed camping area that we'll be spending, I don't know, over the July 4th weekend and possibly a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry. We don't have anything pressing, so who knows?
Yeah, so I think maybe we will self-isolate in a remote area away from people again with things that are going crazy. Keep that beer virus away from me.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? Anyways, so come along for the ride. So one of the advantages of camping in northern Utah, it's July 2nd and it's 54 degrees outside. So makes for some great sleeping weather. And once again, Zach's cooking.
Yep.
Zach's always cooking in my videos.
Always cooking in the big.
So Grandpa, bye. Bye-bye. Nope. Hey, hang on.
Hey everybody, Angie and I are currently camped on the Swan Flat Road, which is just north and west of the Bear Lake summit in Logan Canyon. We're camped at about 8,500 feet, so it's been very pleasant up here compared to the 100 degrees that it's been down in the valleys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everybody now on another ATV ride over to a memorial that was dedicated in 1967 to a plane crash that occurred in 1953. On January 7th, 1953, a military transport plane, a C-46, left the Seattle, Washington area en route to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Ultimately, its destination was going to be Fort Jackson, South Carolina. On board the plane were 3 crewmen and 37 veterans of the Korean War who had just returned back to the United States. The last known radio traffic from that plane occurred at 4 o'clock in the morning when the captain or navigator notified the Malad, Idaho airport that they were in the area, then nothing more. On January 12th, 1953, Civil Air Patrol located the wreckage of the aircraft at what's called Pat's Hollow. So they parachuted in a couple of medics who immediately verified that everybody that had been on board was deceased. Shortly after that, they notified more medics, and a contingent from Hill Air Force Base located near Ogden, Utah came up and made the strenuous climb back in there because there weren't any roads and it was pretty deep snow at the time. When they got to the wreckage, they also verified, of course, that there wasn't anybody left alive. And then they set up a watch and maintained a military watch on the wreckage site until June 20th, when they got the final remains of the human remains identified and removed from the area and most of the wreckage. In 1967, a monument was erected in Pat's Hollow in remembrance of that tragic crash. So join me as we go up to Pat's Hollow, which is approximately 7 miles east of Fishhaven, Idaho, and hope you enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody, so Angie and I are going to borrow Nate and Shaylee's Rubicon, and we're going to head over to Pat's plane crash. Hopefully I'll be able to showcase a little bit of not only some helmet cam footage, but some epic drone footage of Angie going up and down steep hills. What do you think? So hopefully that drone footage of Angie driving up the hill turns out good. And we are right on top of, well, I think pretty close to the top of St. Charles Canyon, looking down on the north shore of Bear Lake behind us, and in the way distance you can see Montpelier. So we're probably close to 10,000 feet right here.
I must say, I thought you were pretty brave to put your life in my hands, since I haven't driven a four-wheeler in like a decade.
Only because you've been mom and grandma for so long.
Well, you know, I have
And
to
it
give
hasn't been a decade.
I bet it's been a decade.
Well,
Brave
it's like riding a bicycle, right?
Sure.
Well, off we go again. All right, everybody, the sun is right there and kind of in really a bad spot. But I've stopped here because right here behind me is Pat's Hollow. And the hill right here leading up is where the plane crash ended up being scattered all over. So right over here, we're gonna take a right. We're gonna go up Pat's Hollow to the monument. But I just wanted to showcase that in 1953, it was up on this mountainside here where the plane debris ended up. Even so much that one of the plane engines was reportedly all the way over here to my left and ended up along this mountainside over here. So let's head on up to our right and continue on up Pat's Hollow. We've walked up the short hike up here to the monument. Forgive my messy hair. This is the memorial that was dedicated in 1967, and it has the names of the deceased individuals who were on the plane. I'll get a close picture of that. It's kind of faded. And then behind me there's a little kiosk with information about the plane crash. And as I turn, the plane crash actually occurred all along this mountainside. And right here in front of the monument, I'm going to have to shut this off and I'll show you. So right here in front of the monument, people who have collected small pieces of the remnants of the plane over time have brought them here. And I have to tell you, there was a lot more pieces and parts throughout the years. People have been taking them as souvenirs, I think. At first, for many years, as people kind of walked up and down the mountainside and finding bits and pieces, there was quite a stack here at one time, and that has certainly dissipated. And we've come back in here on snowmobiles, and I'll try to find a picture. I'm pretty sure I've got a picture of my oldest daughter when she was about 14, 15, actually sitting on top of that monument because the snow was about 5 feet deep. That monument, Oh, here, Ange, I'm going to hand you the camera for scale.
For scale?
For scale. So the monument is probably a little over 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
And,
since you're 5'5".
Hopefully I can find the picture to insert that. But we were back up in here and on snowmobiles, and Amber's sitting or leaning against the top of that monument. Anyways, well, I hope you enjoyed that ride. Yeah, I certainly did. But we're going to get out of here because the mosquitoes, I don't know if you can see them, but we're getting swarmed. But we'll get a picture of this over here. And just one more place, just in our hometown area, where it's kind of a destination for people to come up here and pay their respects to the veterans that lost their lives on this hill over 70 years ago at this point.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful area.
Anyways, all right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say my piece. I'm not sure how I'm going to end this, but I'll go ahead and say it. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow Angie and Jazz and I on our journey. We're getting eaten. Thanks, everybody. We're finally identified. Sorry about the wind.